Homer's aunt suddenly passed away, and as the sole legal heir, Homer was set to inherit her massive fortune.
Poor Aunt Hortense.
But there was a condition. They needed to spend a night in a haunted house. As a realist, Homer was naturally unafraid, and they successfully got through the night. The next day, each of them received a huge inheritance of $100. On the way home, Marge told the kids to deposit the money in the bank, so they went to the bank to open accounts. However, Bart also opened a checking account, which allowed him to write checks to people just like a wealthy businessman. At school, Bart directly gave Milhouse a check for $1 million, but it could only be cashed in 10,000 years. Bart wrote checks to many people and solved a lot of troubles. One day, when Bart went to ask his idol Krusty the Clown for an autograph, he failed because there were too many people. When Milhouse showed off to Bart, Bart came up with a clever idea. He secretly slipped a check for 25 cents into Krusty's pocket. If Krusty wanted to get that money, he would have to sign the check.
That's a good plan, but it won't impress girls like this.
A month later, Bart started organizing his check stubs, and when he saw that Krusty's stub had a stamp instead of a signature, he immediately went to the bank to ask about it. Upon seeing the stamp, the bank staff made a phone call, and Krusty was arrested. Bart also saw Krusty's arrest on TV. The arrested Krusty didn't want to go to jail, but the government officials didn't plan to put him in jail either. What they wanted was Krusty's assets. So from then on, 95% of Krusty's income would go into the National Treasury. When Krusty was relieved that he still had his mansion to enjoy, he didn't know that a furniture auction was taking place inside the mansion. Soon, all of Krusty's furniture was sold at the auction. Bart went up to comfort the sad Krusty. Faced with the person who had started all this, Krusty wanted to punch Bart, but he finally gave up. Late at night, Krusty flew a private plane over Springfield and then crashed straight into a mountain. In the wreckage of the plane, there was only a pair of shoes still warm.